Hello and welcome. This is Nichole Sylvester, host of O-Shift Show, and I am so grateful to have you here. In this show, I'm going to invite you to open up to limitless possibility and live your best life right now. Not later, but now. This podcast is unedited to give you the realest talk on radical transformation. It's time to reclaim your power, own your worth, and say hell yes to the goodness that awaits. Let's get started. Oh, I am so excited about this episode. And yes, you'll probably find that I say that a lot because what it takes for me to get up here and talk into this mic, it means that I'm really feeling this topic. And I know it's going to get you wherever you need to go. It's going to land where it needs to land. And it's going to land differently for each and every one of you. But energetic contradictions, well, when you start identifying and clearing these things up, and you choose to no longer contradict what you truly desire, it's like the gates of heaven open up. It's like the magic just unfolds. You'll be so surprised by how life responds to you. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then you can see the excitement in my face because I'm excited about this one. So this is usually the part when I'm working with private clients and I point out where they're energetically contradicting what they truly desire, that they're just mind blown. And I get it because that's how I am when I'm speaking to one of my mentors or I have a revelation about my own behavior. So we're doing this out of love, and you've never looked at yourself before. It's going to require a very honest eye, a very honest inner eye. So energetic contradictions, what is it? Another word for it is being incongruent, right? Like you saying you desire one thing, but your actions are showing an entirely different thing. And some of this is behavior you may not be used to, or you may not even see that you are the denier of your own good. So we'll go through a couple examples, but energetic contradictions show up in our life, and they happen to be our blind spots, right? It's the place where we don't see it. Perhaps the behavior is habitual and subconscious, just like most of our behavior is, because we work in patterns and our grooves are kind of set until we get clear on something and we say, oh, I did not realize that I was showing up that way. I did not realize that my actions were actually saying something else, right? So let's start with an example of an energetic contradiction. You know, it can show up as, let's use money. I love playing with the money because money is something where we hold a lot of fear collectively. And with money, we can walk around with all the mantras of, I am now a millionaire. But what are your actions saying, right? So this is where we have to look at where our actions are really speaking our truth. Because affirmations and mantras can only take us so far. What really shows our truest beliefs are the way that we show up and act, right? So for instance, if you say, I only want to work, if you're a coach, I'll give the examples if you're a coach. You know, I work with a lot of coaches. You say, I am now a 6-figure coach, and, you know, I only work with people that spend $5,000 or more on my services. But yet you are like cringing and having this freak out fest by investing $1,000 of your own money in your own personal growth. That's a major energetic contradiction, right? So then you may go against hitting your head against the proverbial wall because you are wondering why no one's buying your services. Every time you put something out there, it's not landing, right? And I also see where there's this energetic contradiction when it comes to, you know, relationships. We can have an energetic contradiction. So we can say, well, I'm really craving this really deep intimacy. I'm craving a deep intimacy. I'm craving, and I'm not just talking about intimate relationships, right? Like a lover dynamic. I'm talking about friendships. I don't know about you, but I love to be having this intimacy, this closeness. I'm not talking about sex, guys. Let's mature here when we're thinking about what we're actually talking about. It's having this intimacy with all of life, right? Being open, being transparent, allowing myself to receive and to give. So if we have that in one relationship, it shows up in all of our relationships. And that one relationship I'm speaking about is the relationship with self. And that can also translate to relationship with source. right? Whatever name you want to call it. God, infinite, source, creative intelligence, whatever. Choose one that feels good to you. But it's also good, this is another topic, but I'll share it here for this moment, is it's good to explore any baggage that we have around any of those words, because they're just meanings that we've given and words that we've given to something that's truly undescribable, right? But going back to the topic of energetic contradictions, right? So if you say that you want to have this intimacy, this closeness, and this deep love with someone, but yet you're unwilling to give it to yourself, right? You're unwilling to have the difficult conversations with yourself. When something difficult or challenges arises within your own life, you want to run from it. Well, how do you think you're going to feel when something difficult, challenging arises with you and another? Will you be able to sit still and weather the storm with an open heart? So we just look at all the places that were not congruent with our truest desires. This may show up in your business as something like, I'll use this example. So many people tell me their challenge, their fear of being visible. They don't want to be on video. They hate the way they sound on some sort of recording. They tell me that they are like freaking out and rewriting everything that they're about to post and share. And they say, yeah, but you just seem like an outgoing person, Nichole. You've always been like this. No, I have not. While I've always been someone that went after what I wanted in some way, shape, or form, whether it was me at a nightclub saying, I will not stand in this line, I'm going to go up there and talk to the people at the door, or whether it's me saying, I know that there's clients out there that want to pay me money and I'm not going to stop until I get them, right? There's always this part of me that was like that, but it's almost out of a survival thing that it started with, and now it's developed into me being able to push my own buttons. But I've never been someone that loved the way I looked on camera, and you can ask my videographer about this, because he laughs about how comfortable I am on camera now. But there was something that I knew. I knew that I had this desire to impact millions of people. I cannot have an impact desire of reaching more than my friends and family and then say that I'm not going to be comfortable on video or on social media or speaking my truth. It just is not congruent. So I had to align myself. What actions do I need to take to be in alignment with what my desired outcome is? So this is when we look at congruent. And when we look at energetic contradictions, it may be something as simple as this, right? Like I want to move to a place that has this kind of feeling. I want to move to a place that feels like a sanctuary, and I want to move to a place that feels really amazing. When are you going to move? Well, I'm going to move like next month, moving really soon. Okay. But the same person is like redecorating the inside of their home and ordering all sorts of new stuff off of Amazon Prime that is energetically creating more of an attachment to where they are, and they're like repainting. And I actually know one of my friends that was doing this, and I said something to them, right? So we want to know, like, is our energy and are the actions we're taking speaking of what we're creating and what we choose to create, or is it speaking to the past and keeping us more anchored in something else? One way that we can look at for a hint of an energetic contradiction is this. You look around at some area of your life where the result that you desire is not showing up. It may be an area of your life, most likely it also carries some sort of frustration, because you, on your surface mind, will wonder, yeah, but why? Why am I getting this result when I really desire this other thing? Doesn't God, doesn't life, doesn't universal intelligence, don't the universal laws understand what I truly desire? I mean, I've been writing it down as an affirmation for the past 45 days. That affirmation doesn't mean shit if you are not acting as if. Acting from the place of, this is my truth. Now, here's the reason why a lot of people get caught up with energetic contradictions, and, they may not realize what they're doing to themselves. They're blocking their own blessings. Nobody wants to block their own blessings on purpose. Once you realize you're blocking your own blessings, you tend to make a change. But here's the thing. When you're about to make a change, it gets scary. This is what I'm choosing. I'm choosing this upgrade. I'm choosing to up level. This is my new truth. This is my new way of being. I refuse anything other than this. That means that there's going to have to be some things that you lovingly release. And you know, us humans, we love to cling, we love to hold on to. We tend to collectively believe that once something arrives in our life, it's ours forever, whether it's a habit or a person, right? Or a belief sometimes, which are all intermingled. And yeah. So when it gets to this part where you have to make the choice, right? You say, I'm ready for more money. I'm ready to be the multimillionaire. I'm ready to be, maybe it's just you ready to hit your first 6 figures in your business. Or maybe you decide, I am ready for a relationship that leaves me feeling seen, heard, and nourished. And I get to do the same in that relationship. Whatever it is for you. Maybe you're looking at your body and you're saying, you know what? I just love my one and only body temple. And I just haven't been loving you the way that I could. I'm going to start right now. What is everything in this area of my life that is contradicting my new choice, my higher standard now, right? And if you start looking, you're going to start finding, because there's a result that you're not pleased with. And that's what's led you to do this practice anyway, and to start looking. So once you find it, you realize this is a contradiction. I'm contradicting my own good. I'm choosing myself now. Now, this is where you have to anchor in your courage and decide, I am worthy of everything that's on the other side of this. And if you need support with that, then you reach out to me, because my programs, my courses, everything that I do in my business, and more than my business, in my work, in my life, right? And I've been called, and I'm answering. I've been answered. And I'm going to continue to. And all of it is around worthiness, because here's what I know. And this is what I know from me, and now from the thousands of people that I've come in contact with just in the short time that I've had my business, through my free classes, through my free challenges, through my paid programs, through my private coaching. There's one commonality, and it is this. Once you decide that you're worthy, and from the deepest place of you says, I am worthy, and I abandon anything that says that I'm not. Even when it's parts of myself, I will lovingly release that part of me, because it's not the true me. The true me, the realest me, knows that I'm divinity and I deserve the best that life has to offer. And once you see it, you can't go back from it. So once you see that you're worthy and you decide this higher standard, you begin to cut the cords with everything else. So do that for yourself, because you deserve it. And if you need help, you know, there's always my website. Go see what kind of free thing I have going on. I always have meditation series. I have free master classes. And there's always the opportunity to join one of my group programs. But every so often I open up to private coaching, but that's only for the purely committed. So if you're someone that's like, I'm not ready to make that kind of energy, time, and financial commitment, private coaching may not be the way, but guess what? There's always some other thing. So don't stay stuck in the fear around this. Know that everything you desire is on the other side of a deeply devoted yes. And when I say deeply devoted, you're not devoting yourself to anything external. You're devoting yourself to your seed of potential, right? So I know from my own experience, I've been trained by life in this, right? Like Tony Robbins say, I have a PhD from life. And it's so true, because we can only know through our own experiences. But what I know is I've gone from being someone that had nothing, believed I was nothing, could not see a future with anything real in it, to someone that has so much. There's so much richness in my life, and it's not just financial, guys. It's this ability to see ourselves, right? So I want that for you too. So do the work, show up for yourself, and on the other side, there are so many treasures, and you're going to discover them all along from the moment you say yes. So blessings on that journey. And reach out and let me know how this helped you.
And that is how we shift, my friends. Before you go, I want to remind you to take time and celebrate your progress today. No matter where you are on your path, you're showing up for yourself. I know it because you're listening to this podcast. I'm so glad we got to spend this time together today. And you know I love to hear your shifts from the show. Don't forget, your review means the world to me on iTunes. Please leave a review, subscribe, and share with your favorite people. If you're ready for more, head over to my website and download my free 5-day Access Your Abundance meditation series. This series has been changing lives all year. Now it's your turn. Until next time, live your best life.